Hello everybody, welcome back to West Parks Gaming. We are playing 1,850 points of Tactical Escalation today.
Yes, indeed.
8th edition 40k, obviously. We have 2 new armies for you, which is going to be very interesting, but first of all let's have a look at the table. So, relatively spread out, very obviously the ruins are ruins, but aside from that, there's a few bits of line of sight blocking terrain. That's fallen out, so that needs to go back in there, like that. So yeah, there's a couple of bits of line of sight blocking.
It's fast, but
I like it.
works, yeah.
We've agreed on it, we're happy with it. Yeah, it's something slightly different to what we normally do with terrain all over the place.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd mix it up a bit. We've had a few people asking over the last few videos, so I'm going to make sure I say it now. The terrain is from GameMat. The mat. Oh, for goodness sake! The mat is from GameMat.eu. These ruins are also from GameMat.eu, and we've picked up other bits and pieces from other places, like the barricades of Games Workshop, the fences and barrels were off eBay and stuff like that. But yes, GameMat.eu for the mat, great stuff. We love it. We've got 4 or 5 of them, I think. They're brilliant. We very much like them. So yes, Tactical Escalation requires 6 objectives, being a Maelstrom of Wargame. So we have number 3 down there in the middle of the road. That's what I was trying to say in the last time we videoed it, but messed it up. Number 6 in that bit of ruin. Number 5 down here in the barricades.
Sheep pen.
In the sheep pen in the corner. Number 2 on the barrels.
Yep.
Number 1 is in that building there. And number 6, finally, is just next to the little tower there. So, we rolled off for, well, I rolled for the deployment type, and I got Search and Destroy. So we were playing corner to corner. I picked this deployment zone in this corner down here. So I've got the sheep pen and a building or 2, and then, you know, a bit of extra space. But there's a number of objectives down here, so I figured it was probably a sensible place to go. So which means Will is in that corner over there, where Will is there already. We will set up the area in the middle and sort out all deployment and stuff once we're ready to go that way. But in the meantime, we have got Primaris Marines as a successor to the Iron Hands, so using their chapter tactics today.
What an amazing name.
They are not the Dark Angels with a Z, Will.
Why not?
because
I'm going to put a Z on all of their shoulders.
Please do. I would like you to do that. So they are going up against Chaos Space Marines using the Word Bearers Legion.
Yep.
So 2 new codexes, new stratagems, new warlord traits, new psychic powers, blah 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 blah. Yep, should be really good fun. And you know, Imperium versus Chaos is always a pretty decent matchup. The armies are relatively infantry focused.
Yeah, I've got a couple of vehicles, but it's mostly just because we agreed on it.
Yeah.
Infantry heavy. Really.
I like it. Yeah, a couple of vehicles each. The same number of troops.
Yep.
So we got the same number of objective secured units, which will make things interesting.
Yep. You got Psychers.
I've got Psychers, you don't, which is something that could be telling, maybe.
I've got people with jump packs.
I've got deep striking as well.
Yeah.
But I suppose you've got the speed after you've deep striked.
I've got 2
Deep struck?
most of my stuff.
That is true. That is true. Okay, cool. Enough of us waffling. It's been 5 minutes already. So, yes, Tactical Escalation, 6 objectives as we've seen, deployment zones corner to corner in Search and Destroy fashion.
Yes, indeed.
Let's have a look at the armies, I guess. Okie dokie, so here is 1,847 points of Iron Hand's successor chapter, as yet unnamed, but I'm sure we'll come up with. They're not the Dark Angels with a Z, Will.
Dark Angels.
Dark Angels. No, they're not that.
Damn.
I'm sure you'll come up with a cool name at some point, though, and as long as it's not that. Right, so single battalion by the look of it.
Yep, it's a battalion.
Okie dokie, and take us through what you've got. We'll start with the HQs at the front.
The HQs is Captain in Gravis Armour, so Boltstorm Gauntlet and the Master Crafted Power Sword. There isn't a huge amount of options in the Primaris still, despite the Codex coming out. That's the Lieutenant.
No, it's not. Where you're in England, Will.
Lieutenant.
It's a lieutenant, thank you very much.
Just the one. You can get 2 in a single slot, but it's just the one. He's got a bolt pistol, and he comes with he has a power sword, but it's been changed to the burning blade.
Yep.
Which, as far as we can tell, is just a straight replacement for the power sword.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. That's fine. Troops.
Troops. We've got 3 squads of intercessors, all with the regular bolt rifle.
Okie dokie.
So it's just
Sergeant in the middle.
Yep. So Sergeant is that one there.
Yep.
And the guy with the spare helmet. And the guy pointing.
Excellent, because sergeants don't wear helmets.
Nope.
Apart from him, because he's a coward.
Yep.
That's a lot of plasma.
That's heavy support. That is the Hellblaster squad. So that's a 9-man Hellblaster squad. I'm probably going to combat squad them, but they're all one heavy support. What did I say?
You said 9.
It's 9 Hellblasters and a Hellblaster sergeant.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's
right,
where
cool.
I was going with that.
Excellent.
And then that's a 5-man Hellblaster squad.
Is it not a 4-man with the Hellblaster sergeant?
I was shortening it down.
Good, thank you.
Also worth mentioning, it's just the regular plasma. It's not the heavy plasma.
Okie dokie.
Have the points. 3 Inceptors with the assault bolters.
Sergeant in the middle, or are there no sergeant?
No, they do have a sergeant, and it'll be the guy in the middle.
Okay, so do you want to make it the tallest one?
I'll make it the tallest one, who also is...
Now in the middle?
Yeah.
Excellent. So the tall one's the sergeant.
And he's not pointing at anyone, because he's not rude like that. And then in heavy support, our third heavy support option is the Leviathan Dreadnought, which is a relic. Which I think I can have 1 for every other non-relic vehicle.
Yes, and we think we played that right because the elite choices we don't think have the relic rule.
And they don't have the relic rule. No, I looked in the codex. They don't have the relic rule.
Excellent.
So
we've got 2 contemptors with carries.
They're my elites.
Yep.
And
this. What's this chap got?
He's got the storm cannon and the claw.
Okay, cool.
And 2 heavy flames.
Excellent, so that's that. Have you decided on a warlord trait yet, or should we go through that during deployment?
I actually haven't. I don't know if they. I'm guessing. I think I have different ones, so I haven't even looked at them.
Okay, no worries. We'll get to that when we get to the deployment and stuff. So yes, 1,847 points.
Primaris, first time on the channel.
Of Primaris, first time on the channel, absolutely. So very interested to see what they can do. Up against something else that's also brand new for 8th edition.
Indeed.
Which we'll show you in a second. Okay, and here is 1,846 points. So if Will wins, that extra point is exactly what did it.
Yay.
Which is, I think, the 3rd time we've said that today.
Yeah,
this is Chaos Space Marines using the new codex, Word Bearers, Legion. Also a single battalion, and 1,846 points. So, slight proxy, but Will's fine with it, and we think it sort of makes sense fluff-wise anyway. We have a Demon Prince in the middle. He has he looks a little bit like Lorgar, but he is a Demon Prince in 41K?
41K. And presumably he can probably change how he looks. So
one would imagine so,
He wants to go retro.
Yeah, kicking it old school. He is marked with Slanesh. He has the Intoxicating Elixir, which is nice, gives him an additional attack and strength, I think.
Seems unfair.
He has the Demonic Axe.
The
Demonic Axe. And a psychic power that he has is Demonic Strength, I think, which again gives him an additional strength and attack. So he's going to be pretty nasty in combat. Chaos Lord with Power Sword and Bolt Pistol. I don't think I gave him anything else, just because he's cheapish. And a Sorcerer in Terminator armor. He has got Prescience and Warp Time, so that's going to be quite entertaining. Moving on to troops, we've got 3 identical Chaos Space Marine squads. The aspiring champions have power swords and bolt pistols, and there are 2 plasmas in each. So there's 1 there, 1 there, and 1 here. Onto elites, we've got a 5-man Chaos Terminator squad. Sergeant there at the front has Power Fist. This guy has Power Fist and Combi Plasma. Everybody else has a Combi Plasma. There's 2 Power Fists, a Chain Fist, and a Lightning Claw. Second elite, we've got a Hellbrute. He has Twin Las Cannon, a Hellbrute Fist with a Heavy Flamer. Second one, or third elite choice rather, is a second Hellbrute with Twin Autocannon and a Hellbrute Fist with a Heavy Flamer. We've then got 7 Possessed. Haven't quite finished my other Galvor back model, so the Blade Slaves are standing in as the other 2 Possessed. And then finally, heavy support, we've got a Predator with the autocannon turret and las cannon sponsons. That's that. Again, I haven't decided on a Warlord trait yet, but we'll get to that once we do deployment. 1,846 points of Word Bearers.
Yep.
Should be a good game, I think. Okay, so here we are after deployment. I get the +1?
You get
Is that right? Because I finished deploying first. I think obviously we're playing FAQ rules, so it's not an automatic go first. It's just +1 to a roll off.
I would have gone first, but combat squads.
Absolutely.
For deployment.
Yes.
So it counts as 2 units.
Correct. So Will combat squadded his 10-man Hellblaster squad. So let's go over Will's deployment. The Warlord trait he picked is Storm of Fire.
Fire, which is when you roll a 6 to wound, it counts as +1.
Okay, so at the back, holding on to an objective.
Intercessors.
Intercessors, 5 thereof.
5 of them.
Contemptor.
We've got Contemptor, another squad of Intercessors.
Yep.
The Leviathan, another Contemptor. Then Hellblaster squad.
Yep. Lieutenant,
Lieutenant and Captain. Other Intercessors.
Yep.
Hellblasters.
And you are holding one objective.
Holding one objective.
You're close-ish
I'm
to
close
that one
to
over
one,
there.
and-
There's obviously one over here. I responded...
Also,
Oh, and his jumpy
Intercessors
dudes are in reserve. I responded with a 10-man Chaos Space Marine squad here. My Possessed in the middle, ready to cut through the building wherever they need to go. Demon Prince. Second squad of Marines at the back. Third squad of Marines holding on to that objective there. Hellbrute with autocannons. Chaos Lord. Predator at the back, holding on to that objective. Hellbrute with las cannon, and in reserve for me are my Terminators and my Sorcerer in Terminator armor.
yes, indeed.
So, do you have a dice?
I do indeed.
A die, rather, I beg your pardon. So we are now going to roll to see who goes first.
Yep.
I get +1.
Indeed.
I got a 3.
I've got a 4.
We've got a 4. So 4 apiece, so let's re-roll that. I get a 2.
I got a 6.
Will gets a 6. So Will is going first, which means I'm going to try and seize.
Go for it.
Because everybody likes it when I do that. So that's what we want to see. Let's see if we do. Ah,
So close.
no. Okay, so Iron Hand successors, Primaris Marines. Turn 1. I'm going to cut Will off before he tells us anymore. Turn 1, Space Marines coming up. Okay, quick addendum before the game actually starts. We've just noticed there's an additional rule for this game type where each of us chooses an objective card type, and for every one of those that we score, we get an additional victory point. For every one of those we discard, we lose a victory point. To explain that, I'm just going to cut halfway through my deck and show you what this one is. Defend objective 1 there. So that is a Storm and Defend card type. Which means if I had chosen Storm and Defend, if I score this point, I get an additional victory point for securing it in addition to any that there are. But if I choose to discard this card, I lose 1. So Will has chosen Take and Hold, so he's going to be attempting to seize objectives and things like that. And I rolled randomly and got Purge, which is probably quite fitting for a Chaos Force.
Yeah,
which means I'm just going to be trying to kill stuff. Because mine's things like overwhelming firepower and blood and guts and stuff like that. So yes, turn 1 Imperium, Space Marines, Primaris mostly, coming up now. And one other thing I forgot to mention before Will starts filming, the Primaris captain over there is his warlord, and the Demon Prince is my warlord. Did we say? Yeah, you've got Storm of Fire.
Storm of Fire, yeah.
And I took reroll 1s to wound against Adeptus Astartes.
You did.
And I've got about 8 attacks. So that should be fun if I can get him into combat. But anyway, turn 1, Primaris coming up in a minute. Alright, so that's the end of the movement phase, turn 1 for the Primaris. Will drew secure objective 1.
Yep, which is...
So the Intercessor squad... That's going to get very confusing.
Yeah.
Moved in there to grab that objective, so he's scoring that point. And I think that's a double pointer for you, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Cool. So we'll sort that out at the end of the turn,
Yep.
but just keep tabs on it in my brain.
Yep.
So what happened? Everything moved forwards.
Pretty much everything moved.
Did that move?
Apart from that didn't.
Okay, cool. He didn't move. The Intercessors in the middle did. The Leviathan did. The Contemptor did.
Yep.
The Lieutenant did. The Captain did. The Hellblasters there did. Hellblasters at the back jumped down a bit.
He moved round.
Hellblasters over there moved round. These intercessors in the back
Intercessors
stay they are, because they're holding on to an objective at the bottom of the tower.
Yep. And then the Inceptors.
And then these Inceptors and Intercessors jump down in there. So they're just over 9 inches away from the tactical.
They're in range of it's an 18-inch range, so I don't know what they're going to shoot at.
Yeah, they can probably hit most things. So that's the end of that. Will's about to open up a devastating hail of fire. I'm hoping I can say how impressive it's going to be so I can jinx the hell out of it so he doesn't do anything. He's already been talking about and measuring ranges on a lot of things over here, so I've got a feeling most of this tactical squad won't be here at the end. The storm cannon's probably going to fire at the possessed in the middle, so chances are many of them aren't going to be there at the end of it. I don't know what they're going to shoot at yet, but there's going to be blood.
There'll be blood,
I think.
But it's not going to be any of the three things, well, the four things that I'm really worried about.
No, probably not.
Because in the Demon Prince.
Yeah. The Demon Prince is going to be good, because he's just going to murder everything, I hope. But anyway,
yes.
Shooting phase turn 1, Primaris coming up now. Okay, so remind me never to tell Will to have a good shooting phase. That was a good shooting phase. He killed 2 units and halved 2 other units.
Yeah.
So, the Contemptor, the Intercessors, the Carey's cannon from that Contemptor, and 3 of the Intercessors in that building over there.
Yeah.
Killed 5 of this Chaos Space Marine squad down here. They have passed their morale test. We've just done that on the reroll though.
Yeah,
for word bearers.
Or else they would have lost another 3.
Yeah. Cover roll a 6 on the first one. The dude in the big suit,
Leviathan General.
Leviathan. Thank you. I've forgotten what his name is. Killed 5 of the possessed.
Yeah.
Because that gun is scary.
And because he had rerolls.
And he was rerolling hitting and wounding of 1s. Yeah, exactly. But still, killing 5 possessed.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty tasty.
Yeah.
The Hellblasters at the back, I think, killed 1 as well.
One in range.
In range killed 1 with an overcharged shot.
Yeah.
The other...
The Hellblasters.
No, the Contemptor at the front. There's the Combi Bolter.
Yep.
Fired at the... Took a wound off. Yeah, killed the last of the possessed, unfortunately. The Hellblasters at the here took 4 wounds off this Hellbrute.
Yes, indeed.
Didn't kill themselves when he overcharged.
No overcharged.
The Hellblasters at the back overcharged, didn't kill themselves, and took 10 wounds off that Hellbrute. So yeah, he didn't last very long. I'm blaming new model and new codex syndrome. Yeah. And the dudes in the middle, Inceptors. Inceptors killed 6. 6 of this Chaos Space Marine squad. So that was awesome.
It was a very good shooting
I'm really happy, as you can probably tell. But no, seriously, it was a very good shooting phase. And it's a good game, so I'm enjoying... Well, it's going to be a good game, so I'm enjoying it either way.
You still got...
I've still got decent long-range firepower that should be scary to most of your vehicles. Still got 3 scoring units. My Demon Prince is obviously scary. Still got Terminator squad and a Sorcerer to come in.
Yeah, and I mean, the Possessor really... Oh, wait, no.
Shut up, you. So, what was your objective? Secure 1, which is in that building there, which the Inceptors... No? Intercessors. Intercessors have. So you get 2 points for that, because it's one of your magical ones.
I also used a...
Oh, and yes, you did. To make him hit on 2s instead of 3s. Yeah. So you're down to 5, I've still got 6. So we'll go into Word Bearer's turn 1. I'm going to show my objective on camera just so I remember. Hold the line! Yeah. Score 1 victory point if I have at least 3 units completely within my deployment zone and my opponent has no models within my deployment zone. This objective cannot be achieved on your first turn. God damn it! Okay, so I'm not going to be scoring that point. We'll got first blood as well, obviously.
Yes,
and second blood, in fact. So yes, Word Bearer's turn 1 coming up. Okay, so that's the end of the movement phase in the Word Bearer's turn 1. Not a lot happened. Obviously nothing down here moved, because that would be silly, because then I'd be hitting you with more difficulty. Okay. The 4-man Marine squad in the building stayed put, because they're on an objective and in cover, so why wouldn't they? These guys moved up that way. I didn't have to worry about him deep striking anymore, because it was all those guys. So I've just pushed forward to pump as many shots into them as I can. The Demon Prince has jumped up and through, because he's going to charge them, probably.
Good shout.
This Marine squad has just moved round into the building again to just get them in cover, and then they can jump on this objective later if I need to. And after a lot of deliberation, the Terminators and Sorcerer have dropped in here. I'm still not entirely convinced it's the right call, but we shall see.
We will find out.
So let's go on to the psychic phase. The sorcerer is going to do some stuff, and the demon prince is going to do some stuff too. Right, brilliant psychic phase there. 3 spells attempted, 3 failed, but then I used the command point to re-roll a die and passed one of them, so, you know, it was awesome.
You got the important.
Yeah, I did. So warp time went off on the Terminators, so they've moved up 5 inches. He then attempted to cast Prescience on them as well, but that failed, and the demon prince hiding in there attempted to diabolic strength himself, which he didn't really need, let's be honest. But I still wanted to try and do. Yeah. No miscasts, just only the 1 successful spell. So that is the psychic phase. Let's do some shooting and see if I can make up for it.
Yes.
Hopefully I can, and kill a couple of Will's units, although he's got a buttload of wounds to get through.
I mean...
Right, so...
not quite the same.
So as shooting phases go...
That was normal.
I think it's fair to say mine wasn't as good as Will's. So this little corner of expensiveness
was amazing.
Did nothing at all, because Will made all his jammy saves. Used the command point on one of them, though, to be fair.
Yep.
These guys fired at those guys, I want to say.
Yep.
Did a wound.
Yes, they did.
These guys in here fired over at the Hellblasters, and I think did a wound.
Yep.
The Demon Prince fired his Warp Bolter at those guys. No, who did he fire at? The Hellblasters?
The Hellblasters, I think.
Yeah, but he didn't do anything.
He didn't do anything,
because he's awesome. The 4 guys in here fired the bolters at the intercessors and the plasma overcharged at the Leviathan.
2 wounds.
2 wounds to the Leviathan.
Yeah.
Go, little dudes hiding in there. And no wounds to the intercessors, which was great.
Yep.
He fired at somebody and didn't do anything. I can't remember who it was. And these guys, 4 plasma guns normally, and him, because he was out of range, he overcharged, because why the hell not? Fired through the Contemptor over there at the Hellblasters over there, killed 2 and put a wound on another one.
Yeah.
So that was quite nice. Sort of, I suppose. So I killed 3 Hellblasters and put a wound on another one. I did a couple of wounds here and there, but basically it was rubbish compared to Will's.
It wasn't quite as good as taking out a Hellboot and...
A full squad possessed and essentially a full Chaos Space Marine squad. So yeah, that was cool. Let's get on to the assault phase. The Terminators are going to go and charge and murder the out of that Contemptor.
Yep.
That's my plan. The Warlord Demon Prince is going to go and kill the out of them because he can. And that will also mean, because the Terminators will be further up that way, he won't be the closest target, which means that I can't shoot at him. Which is going to be amazing if it all pans out. Which, knowing me, it probably won't. So I'll tell you what, let's do this on camera, because otherwise it's going to just be annoying.
Yep.
Terminators into your Contemptor.
I'm going to Overwatch.
I thought you might. 6 shots with your Caries cannons.
We're on 1s.
Oh yeah.
We're on 1s to wound.
Yes.
6s to wound.
Oh my lord. Okay, that's not too bad.
Wounding on 3s.
Yep.
2 wounds.
Oh,
1 at -2.
Okay, so 1 at -1 is a 3+ save, and 1 at -2 is a 4+ save. They're fine.
And then
rapid firing combi bolter. Oh, Will!
It's not my fault. 4s.
It is your fault. These dice have been magical for you. 2 wounds. This is where I rolled double ones and you kill a Terminator. 6 and a 3. Excellent. So charge range. I think we worked out I need a 4. But let me just double check. 4 to get in.
Yep.
So can we fail a 4 on 2d6? I do have a reroll, but I kind of want to save it for the Demon Prince. So a 4 on 2d6. That's a 3 and a 5. Excellent. So the Terminators are in. So we're going to batter the out of that Contemptor there.
Maybe.
Definitely. And then the Demon Prince has got 18 shots on Overwatch to weather, but at least you don't have any rerolls.
This is true.
While you're counting your dice, work out what that charge is. So I'm at the front of the building.
6 or 7?
6. Because 7 is past my base. 6 for the charge. Okay. 18 shots on Overwatch. That's 4 6s that I can see.
2, 3, 4.
Okay. Toughness higher than 5, I want to say. I can't remember exactly.
Well, probably
1s and 2s won't do it. That 5 probably will. We'll double check because unfortunately the codex is on my phone, which is what I'm filming on, so that's not going to help. So yeah, we'll do that and we'll come back in a sec. Okay, so he's toughness 6. That was 1 wound going through because it's obviously strength 5 on the assault bolters. So -1 to a save, 3 up arm save normally.
It's a wound.
Excellent. And does he make his charge? It's a 6-inch charge.
No. You can re-roll one then.
No. The FAQ, if you use a reroll to roll 2 dice, then you reroll everything.
Cool.
If please comment if we're playing that wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it reads as. In fact, I'm going to pause the video now. We're going to double check it, and then we'll come back in a sec. Okay, so we've just double checked, and I'm glad I didn't reroll that because I would have been wrong and cheating, and then everyone would have laughed at me. But no. The stratagem allows you specifies a single dice, single die rather. The FAQ says if you have a reroll, but you get your total from a combination of dice, either 2d6 or 3d6, you can reroll everything. Yeah. So because the stratagem specifies 1d6, we're going to assume that it's just a single one. So I'm going to have to use a stratagem because otherwise they're just going to fly somewhere else and murder me some more like they did last time. So I'm desperately praying for a 5 or 6, but I'm also just considering what my other chaos stratagems might be. So back again, no, there's no stratagem that allows me to reroll charges, unfortunately. I'm going to reroll using a command point. I need a 5 or a 6, but if I get in, I'm pretty... I'm overthinking this too much. Let's just do it.
So close.
Excellent. So I'll go and note down that command point. Okay, we'll do that in a second. And we will... He's just going to stand where he is then. And we'll do the fight now between the Terminators and the Contemptor. So please, by all the dark gods, let me roll better than that in the assault phase. Because if I don't, I might just call this game quits, and we've been playing for about 40 minutes. We're only in turn 1. Right, okay, so, yes, combat 5 Chaos Terminators with a variety of Power Fists, a Chain Fist, and a Lightning Claw against the Contemptor. Let's see how they can do. So, the Terminators charged in, we saw that, no Overwatch wounds taken. They managed to wrap around and actually grab those Hellblasters as well, so at the very least, it's some Hellblasters that can't shoot, I suppose. Yeah, so the Hellblasters, so I attacked first, obviously. Could only hit the Contemptor because that was the only thing I charged, which is fine. Did 5 wounds to it?
5 wounds to it, yeah.
So it's down to 5.
Yes, it is indeed.
Which is sort of nice, I suppose. So it's hitting on 3s now. Then the Hellblasters, that's the Badger, attacked me, did nothing. Then the Dreadnought hit me, killed one of my Terminators. So that was great. A Terminator for half a Contemptor. I'm not sure I'm going to want to keep paying that price, if I'm honest. So that's the end of that. We're going into turn... did I use any stratagems or command points? No, I didn't. No, neither did you. Excellent. So end of that. I didn't score any points because mine can't be scored in turn 1, which is great. So I'm going to discard that because you're about to be all over me.
Quite possibly.
And yes, turn 2, Primaris coming up now. Okay, so move for phase turn 2 for the Primaris Marines. Yeah. Turn 2 is going to sting for me a lot more than turn 1 did, I think, and turn 1 stung a lot.
It has the potential to be.
Yeah, it really does. So movement phase, the Hellblasters over there moved round the corner this way, so they've got shots into the Hellbrute or anything down here, basically.
Yep.
Apart from the, probably even the Sorcerer, if you know, whatever happens. They can't hit the Predator, unfortunately. The Inceptors jumped forward, so they're in range of everything down here. Basically, they're probably going to go after the big squad, though, I would have thought. Yep. Falling back from combat, we have the Hellblasters and the Contemptor.
Yep.
those guys stayed put because you can just
Still
about
got a
see them
couple
in
that
there.
can feed,
Because Will drew objective 1 again.
Yep,
And objective 5, which is down here, which means he's not going to get that one. The characters moved forwards a little bit.
Yep.
These guys moved up their full distance. These guys moved up, and the Contemptor moved up. Now, the Contemptor's actually closest to my Sorcerer, which is going to sting him a lot. And we're not quite sure about these guys yet. They might still be closer to the Terminators, but we'll wait and see. The Leviathan moved all the way around this way. He's going to put 2 heavy flamers and a melter gun into the Terminator, so they're probably not going to be there very much longer. And he's a bit undecided on a storm cannon at the moment. I guess it depends how well the heavy flamers and the melter gun do.
Well, I have to decide all at the same time.
This is true.
But not in range of the Hellbrute.
No, unfortunately, he's a little bit too far away to get over this way. So, all in all, I've got a feeling this game might not last beyond turn 2, if I'm honest. So, let's see what happens, and we'll be back after shooting phase, unless anything interesting happens and we interrupt him. So, Will was deliberating. He'd managed, basically, he's killed... interrupting the shooting phase in turn 2 for the Primaris, obviously. He's killed basically everything in the middle of the board, which actually was only the Terminators. But never mind. Which put those Hellblasters at the back with my Demon Prince as the closest target. So they stripped 6 wounds off him, which means he's got 1 left now.
Yeah.
Because he lost 1 in the last turn, I just forgot to mark it on there. What he then did, because
you told me to.
Well, yeah, I kind of did. Was he split his Hellblaster squad on this side to fire 2 at the Demon Prince and 3 at the Hellbrute, I think.
It was a good idea in theory.
Boldly stating, I'm going to overcharge them all.
Yeah.
So the 2 just fired at the Demon Prince. Bam!
I am going to use a command point and reroll one.
Okay. Do it. Roll another one.
I'm going to, you know.
Please. It's a 5. Okay, so one of them's dead. The Demon Prince is probably about to die as well. We'll come back once we've finished off the shooting phase. Okay, so that's the end of the shooting phase in turn 2.
We kind of did
we basically that was that was pretty much all of the. Yeah, so the Terminators died. Yeah. I think the Leviathan killed pretty much all of them. Yeah. Something killed one of them, and then the Leviathan killed the remaining 3. Yeah. 1 wound put on this guy from the Contemptor?
Yeah, the Intercessors didn't.
The Intercessors didn't do any wounds. We saw the Demon Prince die to massive amounts of plasma. And 4 wounds stripped off the Hellbrute. Oh, end of the phase. Does he go crazy and shoot something? No. Yeah. It's a 6. I think it's a 6. It's definitely not. Yeah. And then these guys, John Woo, Guns Akimbo, crazy Equilibrium gun cutter firing all over the shop. We had three, because we figured a model with 2 guns can fire at 2 different targets.
Yeah, because they're 2 separate.
Because they're 2 separate weapons, and they've specifically got 2 assault bolters. Yeah. So each one of them fired one of them at this squad of 4, and the other one at the squad of 5 that was in that building.
Leaving the squad I should have shot. Completely unarmed.
I'm so...
But I'm going to charge them.
I'm really glad I'm able to convince you to do these awesome things. And basically, long story short, 18 shots from the assault bolters killed 1 Chaos Marine in that squad in there. Yeah. They don't need to worry about a morale test because they can't fail it. Yeah. Obviously, we just saw the Contemptor, the Dreadnought. Yep. The Hellbrute didn't do its fire frenzy thing, and now we've got the assault phase. So Intercessors, maybe?
Intercessors and probably the Leviathan.
Okay.
So I'll do the
poor little dude.
First. And
then we've got these guys going into
maybe the big squad.
The big squad. Okay.
Maybe.
So we'll come back.
Have a lot more Overwatch now. You should definitely not shoot at the big squad that I think you're going to charge.
Don't shoot the big squad, that'd be ridiculous. Okay, so as you can tell, this game's got a little bit silly now. Turn 2 charge phase coming up for the Primaris. Right, I'm not enjoying this game very much. No, that's a lie. I am enjoying this game because it's very interesting to see what a new army can do. Yeah. The Primaris are considerably scarier than I thought they were. Yeah. Admittedly... In fact, no, let's just save this discussion for the end of the game. It's not far off, so stick with us. The Intercessors and the Leviathan charged the Sorcerer, no wounds on Overwatch. The Leviathan did 3 wounds, and then the Intercessors polished him off. Just sort of pushed him over at that point. He was basically done. the Inceptors charged in, killed one. No, killed one with the mortal wound thing that they do.
Yep, and then one.
And then one in combat, and then I did nothing in return. So I lost 2. I can't. If you're on a roll of 6, I'd still pass because I'm a sergeant. So that's the end of that. It is now Chaos Space Marine turn 2. I have 4 Chaos Marines in there, 8 Chaos Marines there, 4 Chaos Marines there, a Chaos Lord, a Predator, and a half-dead Hellbrew. This is brilliant. Turn 2, I draw 2 objectives. Secure objective 4. Did you?
Mine.
You got a point for 1, didn't you? So secure objective 4. Where's objective 4, Will? I've got a feeling that's the one your intercessors at the back hiding on.
That is 4.
All the way over there.
One.
No, you didn't.
No, I mean,
you drew that one.
Yeah,
but at least you could potentially have got it. Yeah, over there. Not going to happen. And psychological warfare. Make the enemy fail a leadership test. No, that's not going to happen either. So yeah, at this precise moment, and probably at the end of the game, I've scored 0 points. Excellent. So let's go into... And Will got Slay the Warlord because of my Demon Prince. So let's go into turn 2. I've got very few units left, so we're going to do a combined turn 2. Turn 2. For the Word Bearers, and we'll come back at the end. Right, so end of turn 2 for the Word Bearers. What happened? The Hellbrute did nothing, which was great. The Predator, howeover, stripped 5 wounds off the Leviathan.
It did do 6.
Yes, well, it did do 6, but your Iron Hands give you the stupid Feel No Pain, which we'll come to in a minute, actually, because it's quite important. These guys fell back from combat, so I could shoot the crap out of the Inceptors. So the guys in there, rapid fire overcharged their plasma at the Incessors.
Yes.
Killed 2 with that. We'll pass this morale test. Then the bolter and the bolt pistol fired at the Incessors and did nothing.
Yep.
The plasma in there, in fact, everything from this squad of 4 rapid fired at the Incessors. Yep. The plasma's overcharged. One of them died in an explosion, and then I killed one of them and put a wound on the sergeant. Yep. Then I charged in with these guys, failed the charge, but nobody died to Overwatch. Charged in with those guys, nobody died to Overwatch. Did nothing to the Inceptor Sergeant, who's there who's there on his own, and he then kicked one of my guys in the head and he died. So that was cool. And yes, I had psychological warfare. Will passed all of the one morale test he was required to take, and secure objective 4, which is all the way over in that backfield over there. Yeah. So yes, I have. Let's do this. Instead of me saying what I've got left, let's have a look at the dead piles.
That's a good idea.
So, Will, what did I kill? 2 Inceptors.
You could kill 2 Inceptors.
3 Hellblasters. 4 Hellblasters. And 2 Intercessors. Okay.
Yes.
Brilliant. And this is my dead pile. Hellbrute, Demon Prince, an entire Terminator squad, an entire Possessed squad, the equivalent of an entire Marine squad, and the Sorcerer.
Yep.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, as much as I hate to do it because I don't really like conceding, and it's turn 2 for God's sake.
Yeah, but
that's it. Game over. I'm done.
Yeah,
there is nothing I can do now.
I've got 2 and a bit squads of plasma that's going to shoot at the Hellbrute.
Yeah. And a Leviathan. And 2 Contemptors, and both of your characters left over, and enough troops and things to be. You've got an entire squad of Intercessors in that building who basically haven't done anything this game, apart from plink a wound off something or other, and another entire squad at the back, a squad down here that's still got objectives secured. I can't believe how one-sided that was.
Even if all of that stuff just goes after tactical squads, I've got what?
Yeah.
11.
Yeah. Well, the way you've been rolling, those 2 there will strip the last 4 wounds off that.
Yeah, especially because I'm going to overcharge because I'm next to the captain.
Exactly.
A huge bonus.
Yes, I think what's been a bigger bonus is the Iron Hands chapter tactics.
I've rolled a lot of 6s for that.
A ludicrous amount of 6s. I know I'm one to talk because people who have seen my battle reports before where I've got Feel No Pain, I make an insane number of Feel No Pain rolls. But this was crazy.
There was a lot of 6s. And I mean, to be fair, because this isn't... these will normally be played as Dark Angels, so they won't have that. But because I wanted to bring the Contemptors, which Dark Angels can't do it because they don't have a codex. We agreed that they would be normal
absolutely.
Space Marines, and we said before the game, what chapter tactics shall I use? And we decided that Iron Hands.
Yeah, we agreed to it. No problem. Yeah, we figured it'd be fine. And 6 plus Feel No Pain. It's great, but it sounds great, but it's not that good.
Yeah.
But it felt today like it was every other save.
Yeah, was my 6-up.
Was a 6-up Feel No Pain. That guy should be dead. That guy should probably be dead.
I think another big thing in him still being alive is your first turn shooting. You did nothing.
It was abysmal.
In fact, you didn't do anything with the Hellbrute the entire game, and your Predator, with all of its shooting, in 2 rounds shooting,
5 damage to a Leviathan. Yeah. No, that was I don't like sounding like a whiny sore loser, but
you're rolling in this
that was terrible rolling on my part.
For the 6-up, Feel No Pain essentially was very good.
Yeah. Yes, this game was probably a bit of an anomaly.
Yeah.
But I'm very impressed with the Primaris.
I think the Primaris, even if they hadn't been Iron Hands, I think they still did very well, and they still would have done very well. Yeah. The fact that I can overcharge as much as I like with the captain.
Yeah, these guys.
30 inches.
These guys are nasty.
Yeah.
I mean, a squad of 5 of them in turn 1 did 10 wounds to a Hellbrute.
Yeah.
What can you do against the firepower of that magnitude?
Exactly.
Thanks. Glad you got that. I mean, yes, I've conceded the game because I've got 5 units left or something ridiculous. But even if I had more than that, even if I had 3 full-strength Chaos Space Marine squads over there, you're so far ahead in victory points.
Yeah.
And it's turn 2. I think you're like 5 points. I've got none.
Yeah, exactly. And it's about to be my turn again.
And it's about to be your turn again. Crazy. I'm very surprised by the Primaris.
I'm impressed by that.
I knew... It's the fact they've got 2 wounds each.
Mm-hmm. Against an army with a lot of multi-wound weapons, I think they would go down quickly.
So I don't, because the majority of multi-wound weapons have low rate of fire. And the damage doesn't carry over.
Yeah, that's true.
So if I'm shooting las cannons at you, for example, I'm killing... the Predator is killing 2 intercessors.
Yeah.
Assuming you're not Iron Hands.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sort of loath to put this up, actually.
Really?
I'm gonna keep all of this on camera. Yeah, because it's gonna be 20 minutes, half an hour tops, of what is essentially a whitewash. But I am gonna put it up because I had really good fun.
Yeah, and it was nice to see, and it was the first game of.
It was good to see the Primaris.
Yeah.
It was good to see. Well, it will be better next time, hopefully, to see the cats. Now, I will apologise. We've probably missed a million stratagems.
Yeah, because
it wouldn't surprise me if we've got a few rules wrong here or there.
Yeah, they're completely new codex. It's like the plastic has barely come off mine.
Yeah,
to be honest.
So. Very, very sorry if we have got any wrong. Please do put them in the comments below so we get them right next time. But
that being said, no, not anything really. But I'm just thinking about the Iron Hand thing. If I'd gone Raven Guard.
Oh God! If you'd gone Raven Guard.
I mean, I specifically said I'm not going to do that because we thought that. Chapter tactic is one that's most people on the internet seem to think is by far and large the most powerful.
If you'd gone Raven Guard, I don't know what I would have done to counter it.
No.
I wouldn't have been able to do anything because my troops would have been walking up the table, getting blown to bits by all of your stuff. I wouldn't have had anything in range anytime useful. I catastrophically cocked up with the Demon Prince. Him being half a centimetre further forward than the rest of the army was a massive error. Yes. But I assumed I wasn't going to roll double ones to charge into your Interceptors.
No, that's the thing. You had very bad luck on a lot of your rolling in this game.
Yeah. I think this is this is an army that's back to the drawing board, very definitely. I've got, I don't know, take out all the drop pods for the 30k list. I've got 5,000 points. Maybe more, 5,300 or something, of word bearers that I can use probably, in 40k as Chaos Space Marines. So there's a lot of other bits and pieces I could choose. This game was different. We obviously agreed at the beginning, and we mentioned it, that we were going to try and go more troop heavy.
Yeah. Every time I've played the word bearers troop heavy, they've always done really badly. Because I've done a few with your word bearers. I've done
that has been 30k mostly, though.
True, that is true.
And troops generally don't survive in 30k anyway. The difference here is that your troops massively outclass mine. Well, no, they don't massively outclass me.
But they do.
All they do, all they've got is a couple of extra inches of range and an additional wound.
That's it.
It is a lot,
range
but equally, you're always in range of my troops.
It's true.
With the exception of the first turn, those Hellblasters there. You were pretty much always in range of my troops. Obviously, the difference being rapid fire, but I think Primaris Marines are a superior troops choice. Even though, I think that's part of the problem.
I think especially...
I outnumbered you, but you were doing way too much damage to me.
Yeah, and I think especially with Hellblast, because they got a point decrease in the codex from the index.
Yeah.
Has made them much more attractive.
Yeah.
I think I would stick with the regular gun though. I wouldn't ever take the assault one or the heavy one.
The regular ones are great. What do the heavy ones do?
They're 36-inch range base.
Okay.
But you can't move with them. Whereas with these guys, you have a 36-inch range if you move.
Are you not just at -1 if you move?
Well, -1. But
yeah. What's the difference in stat line?
They're higher strength basic hand when you overcharge.
Okay.
But same damage, same armor modifier.
Oh no, take them.
Yeah.
Definitely
Especially
take
if
them.
you've got a captain, because they were basically strength 8 the entire game.
Yeah, well, they were strength 8 the entire game, and they weren't anywhere near the captain. And you lost one guy.
Yeah.
It's dice rolls. It's the way it goes, isn't it?
I was going to say, we've had some games where I've overcharged an entire squad and
you overcharge. Yeah, exactly. Overcharge 4 plasma guns, kill 4 guys with plasma guns. That's the way it goes.
But no, I think, especially with the captain, just having Hellblasters and overcharging them.
Yeah.
Is
definitely.
The Hellblasters did the most damage.
Yes, I would say they probably did.
The Possessed, which was nice.
That's true, and the Sorcerer, but that was kind of given, and the Terminators.
And actually, that's right.
So maybe the Leviathan.
I think, based on what I've seen of the Redemptor, the Leviathan is much better than the Redemptor.
Is it?
The Redemptor's just got loads of 1 damage stuff again.
But this is a relic.
This is a relic. That's probably more expensive. Probably a lot more expensive.
Yeah. I personally would take a Leviathan because I prefer the look of a Leviathan. But
I am going to get a Redemptor.
Redemptor, yeah.
Just to try it out. But
next time you're welcome. If next off game, you can just proxy a Leviathan.
Yeah.
But anyway, we digress. That was a brilliant game. We very much enjoyed ourselves.
It was very good fun.
There was a lot of laughter and
it was awesome
joking around in the background.
Very quickly painted, based on how long you.
Yeah, I painted two Hellbrutes, a Predator, a Vindicator, Lorgar. I don't know, about 7 or 8 power armor models, and a couple of other bits and pieces in 2 days.
It's quite impressive.
Not specifically for this game, where I have to say, but. It does help that I had them.
But it's a good ending.
If you've stayed with us through all of that rambling and our inane drivel,
that would be great.
That would be awesome, and we thank you very much for it. We do hope you enjoyed the game, short and brutal as it was.
Yes.
As we said, we had a lot of fun with it, and we hope you enjoyed it. And drop us a like, leave us comments, criticisms, compliments, complaints, anything that you want to chuck our way, regardless of what it is. We hope you enjoyed that, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Thank you.